Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. I'm going to show you what is possibly the longest part 2 of a video in YouTube history. I filmed part 1 of this and I showed it on my channel possibly a year and a half ago. The first part was the strip out of the bathroom. Now this job's just been set on my computer, so I'm finally getting around to showing some of the jobs that I haven't shown yet. I posted a link to part 1 in the description, but basically it was just ripping out and altering the soil pipe. There was a massive gap at I don't know why they'd done it, but they'd framed the bath out like it wasn't a big bathroom anyway, like 300-400 mil, so it took up no end of space in the room. It wasn't at the end of the bath, it was at the full side of the bath. So we stripped all that out, and this episode's altering the towel rail and getting the bath and everything, getting the bathroom all second fixed. The builder supplied all the materials on this job, and I had a little bit of a row with the builder at the time because he just wanted the towel rail pipes altering above the floor, and I always think that looks shocking. I think they look better going straight in if possible. So I ended up doing that. Yeah, that's possibly why I didn't show the job, because we had a little bit of a disagreement. I was only on day rate, so I didn't provide any materials on this job. You more or less have to do what you're told, even though you're sort of working for the customer and the builder, if that makes sense. But yeah, check out part 1 if you haven't already, and yeah, we'll catch you all on the job. See how far out that would be. I'm not happy to leave it like that, so I'm going to try and sweat that elbow off there, bring it forward. Managed to sweat that off there after a lot of wet vac in. Be a little bit careful because there is timber down there, but I think we're alright. All I need to do now is solder a socket on the elbow and bring it straight up and in. I think that's going to look 1,000 times better than it did. I just wouldn't have been happy. I could have used 245s or something like that, but I wouldn't have been happy with it in my house. So. Bit of a progress update with the bath. I'm not really filming too much on this one because I'm not feeling very well today, but I've battened all the way around the outside and I've pumped some, well, it's not CT1, it's clear sticky adhesive around, so that bath is absolutely solid and level. I've got a batten all the way around the walls, all the way around, and the bath just dropped in, so nothing too technical. So I'm going to actually leave the tap out on this one because we've got the mermaid board to do. This is all being mermaid boarded. All I'm going to do now is just silicone around the outside, and I'm going to get the waste connected up. That towel rail's all done, the heating system's all pressurised up. I think that looks a world better than it would have done if I'd used 45s or something. So I'm pleased I spent a little bit of time and all with that. And then tomorrow, well, the builder's on about coming this afternoon or potentially tomorrow to do the mermaid board. Again, that's nothing to do with me. And then tomorrow he wants me to do these units. I think he's on about doing the units and then me just doing the plumbing. I'm not 100% sure what's going to go on with that. He's going to box that bit in there at the end, so that's, he says if he's got some mermaid board left to do with that, so I think it'll look quite nice. The units are outside, I'm going to have to put them inside in here So yeah, I'm going to get that sealed round now. Mermaid board will go down and then we'll seal round again, and leaving that tap out makes it so much easier to silicone behind as well. We don't need to fill this bath with water because it's absolutely solid with that batten all the way around. It's the only way you can do these really, to make them rigid, and you could jump in that bath and it won't move. I'm just going to seal around the outside. To be honest, I don't use glassy seal. I've always done them like this. As long as you get your bath solid, it shouldn't be an issue. This is on the ground floor anyway, so just pump a nice bead all the way in there. And so they've used, I know they've not used moisture resistant plasterboard, but with it being mermaid boarded, nothing can get behind. Anyway, it's more of an issue if you're tiling, because your tiling's always the weak spot. Just pump that behind. Have any of you guys actually use these foam washers when you use these waste kits, or do you use silicone on? I always silicone mine. I think if you use them foam washers, they tend to leak. Always put this bit on first before you put that behind, otherwise you struggle to get it on. Your foam washer is supposed to go on there, and then that clamps through the back, but I generally put that on with a little bit of silicone. You'll find it, well, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but yeah, that just screws into there through the bath. Silicone around the outside, make sure your film is off, and just pop that through. I know people will say don't use silicone on them, but a lot of this job is knowing what you can get away with and what you can't. And I don't mean that in a bad sense, as in leave a bodge. It's just if you know something's going to leak, or you know it's going to cause a problem, you know, you tend to try and alleviate that. And by using them washers, they tend to leak. Maybe it's just me. Probably don't do that with an impact driver, probably just nip that with a hand screwdriver. I'm using a McAlpine deep seal bath trap because we're going into a stack. Sometimes you can't always get these in depending on your waste pipe layout, so sometimes you have to use the shallow ones. But wherever possible, I will try and pop a deep seal. It just stops any smells. Potentially with the shallow ones, if you flush the toilet, it could pull that trap up, but with a deeper one, it's got a lot less chance. So we'll see if we can get this one in, and we'll get that connected onto the waste. Get rid of that. I'll get the overflow connected up as well before I forget. There is an O-ring on that waste fitting, and they just push off. To be honest, they are quite a snug fit, so it shouldn't pull off. You just have to be careful if you ever change the tap. Sometimes you can knock them, but in theory that should be okay. cut it here somewhere. Glue, be-doo, 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 be-doo. I think we'll get that. I know I've only got black 45s left in the van, but nobody's going to see it. It's only under a bath, isn't it? Remember, glue is cheap, leaks are expensive, plenty of glue on. This Brett Martin glue is actually better than the polypipe one. You get a longer brush. The polypipe fittings are better, but it's the only thing I don't like about the polypipe stuff, the glue. I think they do it deliberately. Like the person who's designed that brush has never ever like glued a fitting, I don't think. Or they've done one. It's alright when the tub's brand new. As soon as it's getting towards the bottom, you lose a quarter of a tub of glue. Anyway, that's my moan. But you're entitled to a moan when you're paying for something, aren't you? So that bath's all ready to go for the next trade in. They're going to get that mermaid board, as I've already said. That's as much as I'm going to be able to do on this one today. That towel rail's in. I can't do anything with this toilet because it's the only toilet in the house. So I'll be back. I'm not sure how much footage I'll be able to get, because if the joiner's fitting the units, I don't know, hopefully he gets the units fitted and then I could just do the plumbing. But I imagine until we get them unboxed, probably have to bring them tails through. I don't know, I'm not unboxing anything because there's not space. I've got to stack everything in here before I go, and if I unbox it, there's a chance when it gets moved back out, it's going to get damaged. So as soon as I just unbox everything when he's here. So yeah, I'll try and get some footage. If I'm back, this will be the next clip of the video. So yeah, well, hopefully, see you in a minute. Just called back on this job to finish off. Just got my basins pipe up, or the worktop. The tap comes in the worktop. Just unboxed the worktop unit and it's smashed in half. So I'm just going to get the toilet system done. The builder's just nipped off to see if he can get one, but I don't think he's going to get one. I doubt that anyone's got one on the shelf because it's a 1,000 unit. They normally come with the unit and they're sort of ordered in. So yeah, I'm just going to get this toilet system done. I don't know how much I'm going to film because he'll be back in a minute. I've got all the memory board done. Just got to get my tap in as well. I'm going to seal up first, get my tap in, and that's sort of me done, apart from that basin. So that one's actually got the rail in the back, so that system sits nice and secure. So I'm going to hard pipe this. I was going to use a flexi, but a flexi's lazy, isn't it? So we'll get this hard piped up from this point, and all we've got to do is cut the panel and sit the pan back in. I always drop my panels back on, then mark around where I need to cut for my pan. I did one, well I didn't guess one once, but I thought I'd just draw around it and forgot about the plinth at the bottom. My own stupid fault, but it cost me a panel, about 120 quid it cost. So I draw around this, get it centralised, and I just cut out for that back piece. So they say everybody makes mistakes, it's not making the same mistake twice. flush pipe's about 20mm from the top, so we'll cut 20mm down from that line, and we'll just take a piece out in the middle to allow for the pan connector. Back of the panel's about that thick, and it needs to go into the flush pipe 50mm, or just short of 50mm. Let's spin you around that way. Somewhere there will be long enough for us. If you run some tape around the back, not that it really matters on this one because we can get to it all after, but it stops that flush pipe pushing back in as you push your pan on. That flush pipe can't move then, or the flush pipe can. Just going to lift this. I'm probably going to end up taking this pan back out again anyway, because we're going to need to get new flooring pushing back in. That's all gone in, So I just need to do a flush test on this now, turn the water on, make sure we've got no leaks, and then just drop the panels on. That toilet's all pretty much installed. I'm getting there with this one now. I've just dropped my screen on, just got, well, pretty much it. The joiner's going to do the bath panel, so all we've got left is that basin to do when it comes, which won't take long. All I've got to do, I've got hot and cold there, got a waste there, so it's just connecting it up. So I don't know if I'll film it when I come back, but it's come together, hasn't it? Just getting everything sealed up on this one, been around all the bath. Basin's all piped in now as well, all nice and neat. So it's turned out nice. Probably going to end up taking that pan out so they can do the flooring, but I've siliconed it up for the time being so the customer can use it. But yeah, I think that's turned out alright compared to where it was before, the bath being all the way out there. I think it looks really nice. Hopefully you enjoyed that episode. Finally got around to showing it probably a year and a half after I did that job. I've got no end of jobs like that on my computer. A lot of them are edited as well. I was just going through my hard drive yesterday and I've probably got 20 jobs like that I can show, so I might start slowly releasing some. The problem with me, I like to move on to new stuff all the time. I don't know, like today I'm filming another bathroom, so I'll probably show that one before that one. I don't know, just get muddled. But I probably need to start showing the jobs a little bit more in a sequence, if that makes sense. I always prefer for the floors to go down before the pans and everything to go in. I never actually went back and took the pan out on that one, so they must have just gone round it. Again, it was nothing to do with me. I was just more or less labour only on that job, just working for the builder. So yeah, if you enjoyed that one, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. Catch you all next time. Cheers for watching.